Notice to hereby given a regular meeting of the District Board of Directors to be held at 105 Port Road, Port Isabel, Texas, on February 28th, 2024, the hour of 5:40 p.m. for consideration of the business agenda below. This notice is posted at the office of the district on February 22nd, 2024 at 4:30 p.m. in accordance with the Texas Open Meeting Act, Texas Government Code, blah, 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 not less than 72 hours prior to the time of the said meeting. We'll all rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion, and may the rain you bring us reach our reservoirs. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. Invitation to the audience, public comment. Anyone online?
Yeah, I just want to apologize to everybody for being late and making this meeting start late. I got stuck in the middle of a procedure, and then my brain got stuck in it too. So I will be there very shortly. And Dave and everyone, I appreciate you moving on, and we'll pass all the stuff when I get there.
Thank you. I hope nobody bit your finger.
No biting today, just stuck roots.
So there's no other public comments?
We'll skip
number 4. We'll go to number 5, General Manager's Report. Take your time.
Maybe just at the same level last couple of weeks. Hopefully we have some more rain, but we're still at stage 3. We need to control water and keep an eye on everybody that's out there in the public conserve some water and make sure you don't see any water leaks anymore. Report it to the water office. Thank you. Bullet number 2. The first regular meeting in April, we're going to be out of the office, so we just come back and Dr. comes in to see if we can cancel that meeting.
Is that the 10th?
So
Yeah.
One meeting in April on the 24th.
Yeah, I think I'd like it to be the 24th because I'm out of town the 17th.
That would be the second meeting, which is the second Wednesday. And the 4th Wednesdays of the month, so the 24th will cover everything.
Okay.
Well, we were also wanting to have, like Northsea, I wanted to give a presentation that first week of April on the seawater. Like a workshop on April 3rd, more or less.
Oh, okay.
So,
we'll wait until
yeah, if that would work.
We'll keep it in mind that one is a workshop for seawater desalination.
Sure. 3rd sounds great. All right.
I'm usually only able to meet after 5:30. Today after 6, or an afternoon meeting at 3:30. If you give me enough lead time, I can do 3:30.
Yeah, if you want to shoot for an April 3rd and try to do that workshop on that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think April 3rd, 3:30. That'd be
Okay.
cool. We knew enough time. Okay. Is that it, Carlos? All right, we'll move to item 6, the district engineer report. Take your time. Walk slow.
I work on my pacing today.
That's right.
All right, so really, it was just some pictures here. I was going to walk through some photos of the site for the construction status. With the first one, that's the street sign we have on Woody's Lane, just to here, 245 Woody's Lane is our address. That property we have just north of the plant. And as we scroll, I mean, this is the fill, and basically they're getting all the rough in for the microfiltration building. And so, they've pretty much, we're looking at pouring concrete on Monday, March 4th. So there's a section of the filter room. We're gonna try to do all the rebar inspection this Friday. And for the trench beams, and there's a depressed part of the slab, we're looking at that first pour being March 4th. And then continue with the walls and the final building, having that concrete poured by March 12th. So that's kind of how close we're getting on construction. If we scroll down to the next picture, just a couple more shots. The concrete that's already poured, that's the neutralization tank. And so that's, we already got the walls, and if we scroll down one more, that circle part, it'll be filled with sand, then we cap it, and that's where the neutralization tank will sit. And right next to it is the equalization basin. And for that spot, we haven't poured that concrete because we needed to put 2 additional piers. And so the 2 piers for the equalization basin still need to get scheduled. But as far as the rest of the building, we had to modify some of the trenches because of the seawater modifications. It changed some of the piping sizes or the way it's bending. So we've given those fill changes, so all the trenches are getting ready, and we're pouring the concrete once, and it's gonna be ready as we change over to our seawater diversion and also have it for the river. So, those are some work change directives. And we're also working on pricing. We should be seeing the change order request in March for all the modifications that the contractor is gonna be going to, for us to get all the materials improved for the seawater feed in addition to the river. So we're working on all of that right now. Let's see, I guess if we keep scrolling down, yeah, that's just kind of a trench section. The floor of this trench is also what's gonna get poured on Monday, the 4th. And so, it looks like we should have a microfiltration building in about 9 weeks. So we're shooting for the building being ready by May 2024. And then we continue, with all the racks and electrical and everything on the inside from there. So, it was a pretty good visit today. Just starting to see things come together.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, just from going out there today to these photos, there was a lot more progress on, the fabric and get some of the rebar in. And yeah, as we scroll down to the next part, that's the plumbing roughing is already done. They're doing all the electrical ducting, and that part of work is what's in progress after these photos were taken on February 21st. Just we scroll to the next page. Now this is the ground storage tank, and what's going on there is they mobilized on site. The piers are going to be rammed aggregate, and as far as they were doing different test holes, test methods, trying to find the right construction method to really get these piers in the ground. I mean, they're about 24-inch diameter, maybe going 20 foot deep, and it's 280 something piers that they're going to just be using. They're just going to ram stone in the ground, and that'll be the base for the foundation, the footings for the ground storage tank as it comes up. And so with the test holes they did last week, it met the loading requirement, but it didn't meet their factor of safety. So they're trying to change up their approach and do some additional test holes coming up in the next week or two. And so one of the things, for example, is that kind of that boring machine that's sitting there. They had a better stiffness with this ram. Basically, there's a different tool that actually feeds the rock versus drilling the hole first, because there's 2 ways they could do it. They drill the hole first and then drop the rock in the hole that's already pre-drilled, or they're just making the hole as they're ramming the rock down in there. And so far they found that ram rod fitting the rock, it works a lot better as they're just busting out the hole with that rock rather than using that boring or that coring rig in advance. And so that's going to be their approach at this point. And so with that ramming rod, I mean, they're going to start off at 19 inches, adding more rock, and then just work its way out to a 24-inch diameter bore or pier, like rammed, aggregate pier. And so from these test loads that they've just done, to also meet their factor of safety, they're going to just be adding more rock as well. And if they still need to get it stronger at that point, then they're gonna be looking at adding some cement stabilization to the aggregate. So that would be plan B if this approach they're working on, doesn't get them up to that factor of safety they want. They want to try to get, 150% of the load, and then they'll be comfortable with that level of support, for these random aggregate piers. So that's the ongoing work where we're at here with the ground storage tank. And I don't know, any other questions on the water plant before we jump on? Okay, so basically the next one, of course, is our lift station project. And I mean, this first one is just the project schedule, where I guess when I printed this out, we're already at 891 days of a 627-day contract. So, liquidated damages are $500 a day, so they're just racking it up. And that's basically, if we scroll to the next page, the lift station sites are the ones that, this is lift station 17, the one on, let's see, Monroe, there along that walk path, like the Lee alignment or road. And so this is already complete. I mean, we've aside from the punch list, it's already done the startup, it's ready to go. And so, if we scroll down, that's just some of the photos of the finished lift station there at that site, where before we basically had we're pumping off a manhole was our wet well, and now we got a true wet well, and station that's going to last a lifetime. So that one started up and ready to go. And then I guess as we scroll to the next one, so let's see, that's another picture of lift station 17. So I think it's Foreman Rump, it's built to last. And then this is the one, lift station 35. We've also done the startup here as well. So it serves the back half of the park center. And, again, I think it's performing really well. And aside from the pedestrian gate being on by the lane of traffic, just maybe we can scroll the next picture. I mean, we just gotta have to move some of the gates to the side. And I mean, there'll be a minimal punch list, but that site's already wrapped up. And just, it's already started up in service.
That's the one just down the street, right?
Right, exactly. And then lift station 4 is the last one pending. And so with this one, again, we still haven't received the control panel. Let's see, maybe if we scroll the next page. Yeah, like basically where all those conduits are coming up, that's the control panel that we're still waiting to receive. I think at latest, we should be receiving it by March 3rd. That was the last update from the contractor. And so with that once that panel gets in here, I mean, the pumps are already in the well, but all the wires just kind of sitting there ready for the panel to come in so they can wire it up and get things finished up. But I guess that's one of the biggest issues. If we scroll down, the coding, we had it inspected by Sherman-Williams because we had some concerns about the coding not sticking to the concrete. And yeah, when Sherman-Williams came, it failed inspection. So one of the things they have to do is basically remove that coating and replace it and do it right. So one of their items is just having to recode the entire wet well. And so that's on their list. And then basically, this is just sort of the plan view. As far as for lift station 4, this is our final site. It's the pump control panel that's pending. We haven't received it. They got to replace that coating to get it to match the spec and have it last. And then all the tie-ins. We basically all the existing lift station is going to get demoed, and there's the existing manhole that needs to be connected to the new wet well. And then one force main coming from lift station 3 on Wilson. That's going to get tied into the manhole that's pending, and then of course the force main heading over here to Port Isabel has to get tied back in. So aside from those tie-ins, the panel and the coating, we'd be done with the contract. So
Yeah.
yes, so it's always going to be done tomorrow. So hopefully that day will come sooner than later. And then we'll have to assess the LDs because it's just ran so far beyond the contract time. But that's pretty much how far I've dragged out the
Very good.
lift station rehab.
Outstanding work.
All right, excellent.
Walk slowly back to your seat.
All right.
We'll skip number 7, and then we'll go to the Director of Finance report.
Good evening. So I just wanted to announce that the Government Finance Officers Association of the United States and Canada has awarded us the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting to the Laguna Madre Water District for its annual comprehensive financial report for the year ended September 30th, 2022. So the report was judged by an impartial panel to meet the highest standards of the program. It includes demonstrating a spirit of full disclosure to clearly communicate our financial story and motivate potential users to read the report. So the Certificate of Achievement is the highest form of recognition in the area of governmental accounting and financial reporting. So it's a significant accomplishment.
Congratulations.
And it's, thank you. It's a third year in a row that we've.
And we're the only ones in the country who got it.
No.
Dang it.
Top 10%?
No, but it's something that,
That's right.
we just started receiving it. This is the third year in a row that we've gotten.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations.
Thank you. And so that does it for the financial, for the Director of Finance report.
Does that line them up for a raise? All right, well, that's it. Take your time, Adam.
I'm just pulling up to the HEB here, so I'll be there momentarily.
Just gonna do a little shopping?
Yeah, I always stop in to get stuff for Daisy.
Yeah, a little grocery. I got you.
So bear with me 2-3 minutes.
Gavel has been moved back over. That was good practice. I gotta remember to bring my reading glasses. Because you gotta bring your reading glasses because the writing's kind of small.
Yeah. Well, actually, she got right from hers, so. Let me check for some rotation size. This board is really tricky.
Don't get used to that slow playing the thing, because when Starkey's back, he's like, let's go, we got a breaking a record. Yeah. Gonna meet Julie at 6 for dinner. I gotta text her real quick. Man. I guess they put up have you been to Divot since they put up the Bill Carr thing? They put up like Rick and, yeah, I hadn't seen Rick sent it to me. He said, you know, I have to apologize to you. We had a little ceremony. I should have invited you. It's okay, Rick. This is nice. I've been in there one time since you sold it.
Yeah, everything checkmarked has been completed through that.
I've been one time since you sold it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if you see the future revenue notes, that list that kind of has the green and the black. Yeah, that's still some in the house. And we'll see how much can get done. Our guys have kind of learned some construction methods. Right. So how many lift stations do you think we can tackle in-house based on our current group and skills?
I don't know, maybe the small ones.
Right.
Just a little Mexican food place. Keen, yeah, we used to be on the island, but they moved over here.
Was it, weren't they supposed to strike last week?
Finished the other side.
Well, the Calich's not gonna be paved. That was just temporary. All right.
The one's circle or the one's media?
Hey, you guys. Sorry.
You got,
Sorry. There's only one working person here on this board, so sorry.
hey, start on number 4. Yeah, I got 2 or 3, yeah. We, number 4.
Hold them all down while I work now. All right.
You wanna keep going? Robert?
No, I relinquished the gavel.
All right. Sure.
I relinquish.
You
I relinquish.
You look good, you lost some weight, dude.
31 pounds. But who's counting?
What sounds good to you?
31.2 pounds, yeah.
All right, item 4, consider and discuss the possible approval of the minutes from the regular meeting on February 7th.
I'm making, second.
Motion by Mr. Donahue, second by Mr. Bowder, all in favor?
Aye.
Good.
Number 7.
Item 7.
Yes, the second bullet, first meeting.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
in April.
Okay.
Will be on the 10th. We're in a conference, a couple of board members and staff, so we may cancel that one. It's up to you, so that's, we'll move it up.
I'd like to move it to the 24th because I'm gone on the 17th too.
Well, it is, it'd be our scheduled meeting, like, for their next schedule. Yeah, we can move it up to the 24th and have that meeting and then we'll go to the home.
You want to do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well,
great.
what about, were we gonna try to do the workshop?
On the first week, we can have a workshop, after 3:30.
Which day?
What is it, the third, Joe?
Yeah, we're shooting for April 3rd. We're trying to do a workshop.
It's our workshop for the desalination, so we have up to date.
Is the 4th possible to do it that day? Or is it possible to do it the Thursday?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it's flexible to what fits your schedule.
Where's the Thursday?
4th is fine with me. He's retired, it doesn't matter.
I don't know what.
The 4th would be better. Okay,
Mhm.
April 4th. Next time, don't call me 15 minutes in.
No.
Call me 15 minutes before.
No, we-
That's right.
we set it up.
Okay, great. So we decided that. Workshop April 4th
And meeting the 24th.
and a meeting on the 24th. Very good. Now, item 7, consider and discuss for possible approval of purchase with Space Exploration Technologies Corporation.
Right. Right, so this basically, where we at? Item number 7?
Mhm.
Yeah, so this is just it's an agreement, references our water rights that we have today, where we have the 3946, and I needed to add Bayview, so this has actually been corrected for the signature, for the certificate of adjudication. We're referencing how we do get prorated ourselves from 3750 acre feet down to 2,000, which we're fully prorated today. So pretty much, this is just a general statement authorizing the general manager to enter into for signature authority for the purchase agreement with SpaceX if they choose to get water from one of our traveling meters here at one of our hydrants. And so pretty much, we're just stating that we're trying to get new water supply through the diversion from the bay, through a seawater desalination facility. And also with SpaceX, through a traveling meter, they can get the up to 336 acre feet of potable water per year, with a condition that if proration becomes necessary, that could get drawn down to 0. So that's pretty much, the rest of it's just referencing our standard language we have in our application for tap connections. So we're recommending approval here for this purchase agreement.
Council has read it and we're just gonna say what.
I make a motion that we approve.
Motion made to approve, second by Mr. Donahue, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. It's kind of cool. Should have demanded Elon be here.
I almost rear-ended him at Starbucks.
Did you?
Yeah, I mean, I thought of just doing it on purpose to get 30 minutes alone with him before the police came.
Item 9, consider and discuss the possible approval of quarterly investment report ending December 31st.
So I'd just like to highlight our investments for the quarter. The Average yield was 4.23 for the quarter. This being the first quarter of the fiscal year, it made interest earnings for the quarter was 691,982.
Are those funds restricted or unrestricted?
The majority of them are restricted.
Into what?
So each project, the money, the majority of this money is coming from balances that from the sale of our bonds, and each of those bonds is restricted for the particular project that we sold those bonds for. So we have the Long Island Village bond, we have the two bonds that we sold for the Waterfront One project.
I assume
That's the
that
majority
these
right
funds
there.
will help us keep up with inflation that may be going on with some of those
Yes, so
projects as well. Like you don't anticipate at the end of the project, oh, we're gonna have $5 million extra bucks.
no, so we are restricted with how much we can that we can earn. Anything we earn above the legal limit has to be returned to the IRS, and so it is possible once we figure out how much there's a few exemptions, but it is possible that we're going to have to pay a lot of this money back to the IRS. So we are monitoring that. We do have we have contracted a accounting consulting firm that's just focused on the arbitrage, and we are making sure that we will have enough to pay the liability when it comes due. Yes, the proceeds, the investment earnings can only be used for that project when the project is complete, because these projects are still, most of them haven't even started construction yet. If the construction is finished and there's still money due back, it's possible that we could use that money to pay the debt that's owed on it, lowering our future.
So you're keeping track of it to make sure you don't spend money that you actually have to pay to the IRS.
That's right.
Glad you're paying attention to that.
Talk to my wife, please.
Motion made to approve.
Second.
Second made by Mr. Bowder. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Item 10, consider and discuss possible approval of financial reports for October 2023.
So this was the first month of the fiscal year. I just want to highlight that revenues came in for this month very well. This was actually prior to our rate increase. So any increase on the water and wastewater services is not due to the rate increase that we instituted in November. So as compared to October of the prior year, we're approximately 17% higher than water and wastewater services. That's very positive.
What was miscellaneous?
It's an annexation fee.
Miscellaneous.
The one that was 492.
Yes,
Oh,
that
maybe the
was
Frankie
the
annexation.
annexation fees.
Yeah, but there was the Shores Island, right? The development.
Yeah, it was both annexation fees. There was the one for phase 3 of the
No, Bahia Point.
Bahia Point subdivision, and then the one on Shores.
Any idea why it came in so high?
For the annexation fees?
No, I'm sorry, that's my
for
question.
the
For water services?
No, I don't have a good explanation for that, but I can get back with you.
Yeah, we fixed our water
We-
meters.
we have
That was
been-
my first thought.
Yeah,
And then we've been sending the water. Sold it one of the.
Is it the LNG ones? Is it the LNG About that construction?
That's one of them, yes.
Pilot.
Well, it's one and the same. Pilot is the avenue.
I know we had the road construction people, the Clover and all those were using that water as well.
I make a motion, we approve the financial report.
Motion to approve. Mr. Bowder. Sorry, you have more to talk about?
No, that's all I wanted to highlight. Yes.
The wastewater and that's higher, just even for the income. But we're higher on expenditures by.
Yes, so that is,
30,000, and I noticed that admin was 40,000.
yeah, so this is being the first month of the year, a lot of POs get issued in this month. So wastewater.
I was, what I noticed is that the expenditures, like water plant was 40, and the big one was the was 40. Is that due to the increase?
On page 2?
Yeah, he's looking at
Okay,
page
on
2,
page 2.
expenditures by department, October
Okay.
2023. I mean, everything's up 50% and finance is up 100%.
Yeah, the percentages can be, because we're just comparing a single month. Usually on my reports, I do fiscal year to date versus last year fiscal year to date. So the percentages are not as dramatic. But when you're comparing 1 month to 1 month, sometimes those percentages can get real high.
Was there an extra payroll in October this year?
No. I'll have to get back with you.
Okay, good, look at it.
Yes.
Next time.
I'll follow
Shoot it in
yes.
his notes.
Yes, I'll follow up with an email.
I make a motion, we approve.
Seconded by
Standing. I just thought I jumped the gun, I better get it over with.
Great vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 11, consider and discuss a possible purchase approval for a 7.2 ton hoist for the wastewater plant. Did I read that right?
Two done.
Okay.
For 7. Yep.
Okay, great. What's that?
We need to replace the hoist at the wastewater plant. And this is part of this fiscal year budget. So we plan for that.
Under budget.
Hmm?
You're under budget.
Yes. Yeah, we got good prices with the proposal that we received.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Donahue, second by Mr. Bowder, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 12, consider and review expenditures from February 1st, 2024 to February. Acknowledged by Mr. Donahue, acknowledged by Mr. Bowder, acknowledged by Dr. Lund. And with that, we adjourn. My apologies again for